Today we're going to talk about math stories that involve decimal, fractions, and percentages. So here's the first problem we're going to work with. Mr. Plant is preparing his garden. He will use the following for carrots: 0.35 of the space, or 35 hundredths of the space. For sweet peas, 3/9 of the space. For radish, 10% of the space. And for lettuce, the rest of the space. If his garden is a rectangle of 2 meters by 3 meters, what is the area covered by the lettuce? So there's different ways to do this problem. I'm going to show you two different ways, and you might even have your own way. So let's look at the area for carrots. So the area for carrots is 35 hundredths, so 0.35 of the space. So let's try to change this into a fraction. So 35 over 100. I can simplify that. If I want, I can divide by 5 up and down. So I get 7 out of 20. So we will review our fractions at the same time. Let's look at the area for the sweet peas. It's 3/9. So this one is already in a fraction, but we can simplify it because if you look at it, we can divide by 3 up and down. So on the top, we get 1 over 3. And the last part is the area for radish. The area for radish is 10%. So 10%, if you change this into a fraction, is 10 out of 100. We can simplify this by dividing by 10 up and down. That gives us 1 over 10. So these are the fractions that we know, and we know that the lettuce has the rest of the space. So to be able to find the rest of the space, let's find out what's the area covered by these three. So let's look at how we can, so we're going to be adding to find the space used. So we want to add 7 over 20 with 1/3 and 1/10. Let's find out what the space that is used. So if you have 3 different fractions and you want to add them together, they need to be on the same denominator. So what is the common denominator for 20, 3, and 10? So we see that 10 goes into 20, but 3 doesn't go into 20. So the next one we could think about after 20 would be 40. 40 would be okay for 10, but not for 3 either. So the next one after would be 60. 60 would be a common denominator for all of them, because 20, if I want to go to 60, I need to times by 3. If I times by 3 the denominator, I have to do the same thing with the numerator. So 7 times 3 is 21. Plus, the 3 here can go into 60 if we times by 20. 3 times 20 is 60. So you do the same on the top, on the numerator, so we get 20 here. And for 10 to go into 60, we need to times by 6. If we times by 6 on the denominator, we do the same on the numerator, so we get 6. So if we have 21/60th plus 20/60th plus 6/60th, our answer is going to stay over 60. And now we just need to add 21 plus 20 plus 6. So 21 plus 20 is 41, plus 6 is 47. So that is the space that is used. If we want to find the area for lettuce, we have to take the rest. So how do we find the rest? We take the whole garden, so 1 whole minus 47 over 60. 1 whole is 60 over 60 minus 47. 60 minus 47, if you're not sure, you can do it like this. 60 minus 47, 0 minus 7 doesn't work. So I need to take a 10, change this into 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So I get 13 over 60. So this is the area for the lettuce is 13 over 60th of the whole space. Now what is the whole space? The garden. Okay. So the area of the garden, if you remember from our first page, it was 2 meters by 3 meters. So what is the area of 2 meters by 3 meters? We do 2 times 3. Imagine that we have our rectangle here. 2 times 3. So our area is 6 meters square. So the area for lettuce is, we said it was 13 over 60 of 6 meters. So 13/60th of 6 meters. How do we calculate that? So we have 13 over 60. Of means times, and 6. 6 is over 1. 6 divided by 1 is 6, so we don't change anything here. And to multiply, we need to do the numerator with the denominator, and the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. If you want, you can also simplify. Here I can divide by 6, divide by 6. I can do the same on each. So here I have 1, and here I have 10. So on the top I have 13 times 1, and on the bottom I have 10 times 1, 13 over 10. 13 divided by 10, if you remember what we have to do, if we have 13 and we divide it by 10, 13 divided by 10 goes once. 1 times 10 is 10. And there's 3 left. 3/10. So you can say it's 1 and 3/10. Or we can write 1.3. And the question was, what's the area covered by the lettuce? So remember to answer with a full sentence. So the area covered by the lettuce is 1.3 meter square. Don't forget your square here. All right, so what we did is we used a fraction to do it. We could do it another way. Okay, so imagine the same problem, but we're going to do it differently this time. So, another way we can do it is we can decide to find the area of the garden and then find the area of each part right away. So let's find the area of the garden. So the area of the garden is 2 meters by 3 meters. So we have to do 2 times 3 and we get 6 meters square. So that's the area of your garden. So now if we find the area of carrots, it is equal to 3/500 of the space. So 3/500, 0.35 times your space. Your space is 6 meters. Now, if you want to calculate that, you can, I'm going to do it here on the side. 0.35 times 6. 6 times 5 is 30. I put my 0 here, my 3 here. 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. 0 times 6 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And because you have 2 digits after the decimal, you need to place your decimal over here. So 0.35 times 6, that equals 2.1 meters square. So I got my area for carrots. Area of sweet peas, that is 3/9 of the space. So 3/9 times the space, which is 6 meters square. So this is over 1. Remember when you multiply the numerator with the numerator. So 3 times 6 is 18. 9 times 1 is 9. 18 divided by 9, that's 2. So I got the area for my sweet peas. The area of the radish, that was 10% of the space. So I have to calculate 10% is 0.10 times 6. 0.10 times 6, that's 0.6. So it's 1/10. 1/10 times 6. It's 6/10. And that is written like this. That's meter square. So now I want to find the area of the lettuce. And the area of the lettuce is equal to the rest. So how do we find the rest? We add 6 meter squares minus 2.1 minus 2 minus 0.6. So we just minus all the areas that we found. So if you do 6 minus 2.1, 6 minus 2 would be 4, minus 0.1 is 3.9, minus 2 is 1.9, minus 0.6 is 1.3 meters squared. Don't forget to write your final answer. The area covered by the lettuce is 1.3 meters squared. The second problem I want to look with you is a problem with money, tax, and discount. So let's look at this one. You received $80 for your birthday. You would like to use it to buy a pair of cool shoes today, and you're lucky because the store is having a 20% discount sale. The original price of your shoes is $75 plus 15% tax. Will you have enough money? If so, how much money would you have left? If not, how much money would you be missing? So the important information is that you have $80 for your birthday. You would like to use it for your shoes. The shoes are $75, but there's a discount of 20%. And after, you need to put the tax. So what's important here? So your budget is 80. Your shoes, they cost $75, but we're gonna need to find the discount first. So this is the first thing you're gonna do, find your discount, and then after you're gonna add your tax. So let's see if we're gonna have enough money. So we said that we have our shoe price, that is $75 plus tax. We have a discount of 20% of the price. So let's start with the discount, and then after we're gonna do the tax on the price. So to find the discount, we know that it's 20% of the price, and the price is $75. So how do we count 20% of 75? So 20% is 0.20 of times 75. So I'm just gonna put here a little reminder for you, is you should remember what's 10%. What is 10% of 75? 10% is 10 over 100, and it means that you divide by 10. So if you take 75 and you divide by 10, you would get 7.5. Hold on, I'm just gonna get some more room here. So 10% of 75 is 7.5. Now, if you know 10% of 75 is 7.5, how do you do 20%? Well, 20% is double, huh? It's times 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 7.5 times 2. 7.5 times 2, that's 15. So you're able to calculate 20% of 75, that's equal to $15. So what is the price after your discount? Because $15 is just your discount. So your price was $75. We need to minus our discount. So our price after the discount is $60. Now, on that $60, we need to calculate the tax. So step number 2, let's calculate the tax. The tax is equal to 15% of the price. Well, we know the price now. Our price is $60. So 15% of $60. How do we calculate that? 15% is 0.15 times 60. Now, let's try to do it here doing the same method. We know 10% of 60 is the same as 60 divided by 10. That's 6. That's easy. Can you find 5% of 60? Well, 5% is half, right? Half of 10%. So 5% of 60 is half of 6. So what is half of 6? It's 3. And if we want to find 15%, we can do 10% of 60 plus 5% of 60. And that's going to give us 15%, right? 15% of 60. So we can do 6 plus 3, and that gives us 9. So we're able to find 15% of 60 in our head without a calculator. So we know the tax is 9. So what is the price after tax? It is 60 plus 9. So the price for our shoes is 69. Do I have enough with my budget? So I know my budget is $80, right? So I know that 69 is smaller than 80. So I have enough money. Can I find if I have some money left? Let's find out how much money I have left. So I had $80, and let's say I pay 69 for my shoes. How do you do 80 minus 69? I guess maybe it's gonna be easier to do it like this. Hold on, I'm gonna just 80 minus 69. So 0 minus 9 doesn't work. I'm gonna change a 10 into 10 ones. So 10 minus 9 is 1, 7 minus 6 is 1. So don't forget to write down your answer. The question is, will you have enough money? So I have enough money because I will have $11 left. Have fun solving math stories.